What's up, everybody? It's your host, Dan B. I'm back with another podcast episode, man. We 3 NFL primetime games, you could say, were struggles offensively, or you could say great defense. It was a great defensive games. Thursday night, we had the Raiders versus the Broncos, and that was a 10-7 game. Broncos defense, they shined, while the Raiders offense struggled. You know, Geno Smith's been struggling all year. So it was like I'm not even too surprised, bro, about this. But Broncos defense, they always been like that. Broncos undefeated at home. They're 8-2 as now. But they extended their win streak. But, you know, Broncos know their offense got to do better. Bo Nix threw 2 picks for 150 yards with 1 TD. Geno Smith threw a pick and didn't even have a touchdown. Genty scored the touchdown. But, you know, it was a quiet game for Brock Burrows after going for like 12 catches the week before to only getting held to 1 catch. So I don't know. Geno Smith and the Raiders, they gotta do something with the quarterback spot, man. I felt like they should have drafted a quarterback this year. I know they traded for Kenny Pickett during the season, but they paid Geno Smith so much money, bro. I don't know what Pete Carroll and them was thinking. You know, Pete Carroll had him in Seattle and brought him over to the Vegas, but I felt like they should have drafted a quarterback. Like, they're missing like a Shador Sanders right now, man. Somebody that could just start fresh, man. Geno Smith is getting overpaid. Honestly, he's getting overpaid. He probably has more picks than touchdowns thrown. Yeah, and he does. He has 11 touchdowns thrown and 12 picks. So I feel like he's not worth the money he's getting. 2-7 record. It's just not, you know, Vegas, man. Vegas is a lit town. Them not winning games, it don't go well. But the Denver Broncos are 8-2 and 5-0 at the crib, man. With Bo Nix not playing subpar to his level, man. I feel like this year he's been down. He's been down this year, but Broncos, they beat teams that they were supposed to beat. Every team that they beat this year were wins that they're supposed to beat. So you can't diminish their 8-2 record. They lost to the Colts and Chargers, 2 great teams in the AFC. So they beating teams that they're supposed to be. So they got a big test this week with the Chiefs. So we can see how good the Broncos are. Honestly. Berlin game, man. The Falcons versus the Colts played in Berlin. Jonathan Taylor, man, he has to be MVP, man. He's definitely going to get the Offensive Player of the Year award, but I feel like the MVP has to go to him as well. Colts are winning games. He just rushed for 244 yards for 3 touchdowns, man. Like, come on, man. In OT, he had the game-winning touchdown. Drake London had a great game as well. He had 104 yards, 1 TD, but Jonathan Taylor, bro, we got to talk about him. He had an 83-yard rushing touchdown. Then it's 8-yard the game winner. But you got to talk O-line. The O-line has been great. The O-line has been great for him, man. But like 3 touchdowns, he gave the fans a show for sure. For the fans in Berlin that don't know too much about football, gave them a show. But the Falcons was in the game. I ain't gonna lie. I thought the Falcons could have stole this game. Thought the Falcons definitely could have stole this game. Penix didn't throw for 200 yards, but Drake London did his thing. Bijan Robinson had 84 rushing yards, but their backup was the one that scored the 2 touchdowns. I thought they could have stole it. They were shut out in the second and third quarter, but the fourth quarter they stepped up and they won the game. The Colts did. It was Sauce Gardner's first game. Sauce talked about this was his first win because he played on the Jets in the game. Jets only got 1 win or probably 2 wins now. He didn't play that game that they won versus the Bengals, so he was saying this was their first win. He did a decent job, I believe. I give it like a B performance. B performance. He did, yeah, I would say a B performance. Couple catches he allowed on Drake, but I feel like he did his job on Drake, but Drake was just probably did his thing on other receivers. I mean, other cornerbacks, but dub for the Colts, man. Colts are 8-2 now. That's kind of spooky. We got to go through the standings in a little bit. Talk about these standings. Oh, wow. The Bills got upset by the Dolphins, man. That's crazy. That was crazy. I don't know. The Bills, I don't know. That was kind of a weird game. What's that? Oh, the Buccaneers and the Bengals, man. Oh my God, I said it wrong. I said Buccaneers and Bengals. Buccaneers and the Patriots. Patriots are legit. 8-2. Drake May, 270 yards. Travion Henderson had 2 touchdowns, rushed for 147 yards. Diggs has been doing well. Diggs been doing well this year. He had 5 catches with 1 TD. He's been doing amazing this year. 8-2, 5-0 away. Baker Mayfield also did his thing. 3 touchdowns. The running game hasn't been there since Bucky Irvin has been down. The running game hasn't been there. I thought Rachaad White would take a step forward. He hasn't been doing too well. I honestly would say that as the starting running back since Bucky's been gone. They're still down Mike Evans. I don't know how long is that going to be. He was on the IR. Emeka Obuka did his thing. 115 yards, 1 touchdown. He did his thing. Tej Johnson had 2 touchdowns. Their tight end, Kate Olton, had 9 catches. Baker Mayfield continued doing his thing, man, but he has a tough test this week. I believe they play the Bills. We could talk about that. But, oh yeah, the New England Patriots are legit, man. They're legit. It's kind of crazy, though. Like, I didn't think they would be this good. 8-2 was amazing. And they only lost to the Raiders the first game. That's crazy. They lost to the Raiders. What's other interesting games? Jaguars blew a 19-point lead in the 4th quarter. The Jaguars blew that one. Oh, man. The backup quarterback, Davis Mills, did his thing. 292 passing yards, a game-winning rushing TD. I believe it was for 14 yards. It was his game-winning TD. But surprised the Jaguars blew that one. And now they come back in the 4th quarter for every NFL team. Lions did their thing versus the Commanders. Got their get back. Oh, man. Dan Campbell looked amazing calling out plays, man. He got J-Mo going. J-Mo had 119 yards, 1 TD. J-Mo just looked amazing in Dan Campbell's play calling system. Gibbs had 3 touchdowns as well. 2 on the ground, 1 on the receiving end. 142 yards for him, man, on the rushing. And it's just amazing. Lions offense looked great again. Looked like last year's offense. Even though it was on a down Commanders team, the Commanders are 3-7 now. Wow, who couldn't imagine? Jaden Daniels going down for a little bit, coming back and going down again. Leads them to 3-7 after being in the conference championship game last year after beating the Lions. So the Lions probably felt good off the comeback. But it's still more for the Lions, man. Lions have a big game this week, a Sunday night game versus the Eagles. Ooh, I can't wait for that. Can't wait. You know, the primetime games is always lit for the Lions, bro. We'll be 2-1 this year in primetime. Yeah, we're 2-1. We beat the Buccaneers and the Ravens and lost to the Chiefs. I can't believe that. But Chargers versus Steelers, man. I was disappointed, man. Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers got beat down, bro. They lost 25-10. I think Commanders won 3 straight. They're 7-3, and the Steelers are selling the first place spot in the AFC. What's the North? I believe they're in the North. Yeah, AFC North. Baltimore Ravens is coming slowly. Remember, I said Baltimore Ravens is gonna have the 3 easiest games they could win. And so far, they won 2 of the 3. I believe they played this week. I got to check who they play. But Baltimore's 4-5, while the Steelers are 5-4. I had Steelers. I don't know, Steelers, bro. I think they can still get 10 wins. But dang, bro. They're low-key selling the first place spot. Let me check who the Ravens played this week. Ravens play the Browns. Whoever Steelers play this week, they got to win. Oh, Steelers play the Bengals. Steelers got to win this. It's a big game. Cause I don't think the Ravens lost the divisional game. with the record being what there is with 4-5, they haven't lost a division game. I think they only play like one division game. But yeah, man, the Chargers beat them down, man. Aaron Rodgers threw for 161 yards, two picks. I was confused why they didn't get another receiver during the trade deadline. Now I think about it, because DK Metcalf hasn't been doing what he usually does, man, this year. I feel like he hasn't been doing his thing. They got the tight end is pretty solid. Patrick Fairmouth, Roman Wilson. But I feel like they should have just got another wide receiver, bro, in the trade deadline. Could have traded for Waddle. I know Waddle was on the block. I mean, Waddle was getting calls. I know the Bills tried to get Jalen Waddle, but the Dolphins didn't want to trade him to the division. But I feel like they should have got another receiver. But Chargers looking good, man. 7-3. Justin Herbert's looking good. He's finding everybody, bro. He's literally finding everybody. 25-10. Good win for them. Eagles versus Packers. Ooh-wee. That was a defensive game for sure. Struggles from both sides offensively. Oh, man. Jalen Hurts threw for 183 yards. AJ Brown only 2 catches. And then he was on stream with a streamer. And he was telling guys to wave him on his fantasy team. Just been a rough year for him. And sadly, because I got him on one of my fantasy teams, and I'm 3-7 in that league. And I have him and Jettis. Jettis hasn't been having a great year due to his quarterback as well. But I'm like, dang, bro. Like, A.J. Brown is costing me games, but I can't trade him because no one wants him for the value that I will trade him for. It's so hard trading in fantasy football nowadays. Everybody wants too much for a player. So I never do trades in fantasy. And I'm 3-7. That's like in one of my leagues. I haven't done a trade. But I can't waive him because I feel like if I waive him next game, he goes crazy. So I feel like he's going to go crazy this week because he's telling people to waive him and stuff like that. So whoever they play, oh no, they put the Lions this week. Never mind. I don't want him to go crazy. But yeah, man, AJ Brown's been struggling this year, bro. Saquon Barkley's been having a down year in my opinion as well too. I say that Madden curse is coming to the Eagles, man. Eagles are 7-2 right now, first in the NFC, but I don't see this as a Super Bowl team this year. I just don't see it. A.J. Brown is giving them so much negativity, bro. I just don't see them being a Super Bowl team. Devontae Smith is doing his thing. He's catching up. Dallas Goedert is doing his thing. But I just don't see this as a championship team. And the Green Bay Packers, man, offensively, I thought they just don't have it. The receivers, man, they're missing Jalen Reed. He's been gone for since the first game, I believe, or second. He's been gone for a while. Josh Jacobs, he's been there. He's been there, Josh Jacobs. But I feel like the receivers, they don't got it. They don't got the receivers. Tucker Kraft just tore his ACL last week, so now they down the tight end that looked like one of their best receivers, even though he's a tight end. Jordan Love didn't even throw for 20 yards. Didn't even throw a touchdown. Lost 10-7. And the Eagles was trying to sell at the end, man. The Eagles was trying to sell at the end. And Packers just missed the field goal. It was not even close. But I thought like they could have sold that game, honestly. But, man, Eagles are squeaking away these games, bro. But Lions are first place now in the division, thanks for the Eagles losing. Now we got to continue that with a win this week versus the Eagles. I mean, thanks to the Packers losing. Now we got to continue playing that same way this week versus the Eagles. Ooh-wee. Today, Thursday night football is the Jets versus the Patriots, man. Rivalries, man. You know how the rivalries used to be back in the day. But Drake May, man, he's looking amazing. 19 touchdowns, 5 picks. Diggs has over 500 yards this year. Travion Henderson, like I said, 2 touchdowns last week. Rushed for about 150 yards. He could have a breakout game this week as well, man. Could have a breakout game, but they got Bryce Hall on the other side. I just don't see the Eagles winning. Not the Eagles, the Jets winning. Jets offense been bad. Justin Fields had in my fantasy a couple games. You can see why I'm 3-7. I'm just tired. Justin Fields, man, hasn't thrown over 100 yards in so long. Garrett Wilson got hurt again. Jets are they're down. They're a shit show, as I could say. Excuse my language, but That's what they are. I say Patriots. Patriots could win this big, but it's a rivalry game on national TV, prime time. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's close, but Patriots win this. I think this is the last Europe or overseas game this year. Commanders versus the Dolphins. Are they going to Madrid, Real Madrid, Hala Madrid? They're going to the Santiago Bernabeu. This is a win the Dolphins have to get. 3-7. Both teams are 3-7. Tua Tagovailoa, he had a great game last week versus the Bills. He had a great game, even though his picks are always going to be there. He's going to always throw at least 2 picks a game, 1 to 2 picks a game. He has 13 picks, probably the most picks in the NFL thrown. Waddle's looking good though. Achahi had 2 touchdowns last week. He looked good. I say the Dolphins win this game for sure. I say the Dolphins can win this. Buccaneers versus the Bills. That's going to be a great game. Both teams coming off of losses. Ooh, both teams are coming off of losses. It's in Buffalo, but I feel like Baker Mayfield could come and steal this. He only has 2 picks. He's been amazing. He's been better than Josh Allen this year, in my opinion, throwing the ball wise. I say the Buccaneers could come to Buffalo and get this done, man. It's gonna really be up to Josh Allen and James Cook. I feel like those two on the offensive side, if they're running the ball well, and he's throwing the ball well, because they don't have a number 1 wide receiver. They just don't. That's what's costing them these games. I feel like they don't have a number 1 receiver. So I feel like it's up to James. If James Cook is cooking on the ground, then he's gonna do his thing. They're gonna win this game. But I feel like Buccaneers is too much, man. Ibuka, Tez Johnson, the tight end. Even though I don't know if Chris Godwin's playing, I don't think Bucky Irvin's playing. It's just Baker Mayfield's just been playing good football, man. Been taking care of the ball. That's he used to have mishaps with not taking care of the ball and stuff like that, but he's taking care of the ball, so it's gonna be. I feel like they can win this game. Jameis Winston, he's back starting this week, man, versus the Packers. I'm not going to talk about the game too much. I just want Jameis Winston to have a field day. He's going to throw that ball deep. It's just either who's coming down with it. The wide receiver or the quarterback or the safety. We don't know who he's throwing to, but he's going to launch that thing. I'm excited because Jameis Winston, he's just a good locker room guy, man. You see his interviews, he's always happy. He's always thanking God, praising the Lord. So that's someone that you want to have in the locker room, bro. So Jameis Winston, I hope he has a great game because Jackson Dart's hurt. But, man, the Giants, though, dude, they just fired their coach. Malik Neighbors started off with an injury towards ACL. Dan Scatterboo fractured his ankle. And now Jackson Dart's down with a concussion. Jackson Dart's been cooking too, though. I ain't gonna lie. He had like 5 straight games with rushing TDs. And I never knew he was a Russian type of quarterback. He's looking giving me like Josh Allen vibes right now. I ain't gonna lie. That's what he's giving me. But Packers and Giants, bro, I'm not even gonna do a prediction. I got the Giants. I want the Giants to win this game. I want Jameis Winston to have a field day. Just throw the ball. Just throw it. Just throw it. Seahawks versus Rams. Both teams 7-2 in the NFC West, I believe. So they're battling for first place in the division. Matthew Stafford's been looking amazing. It's only 2 picks this year. Sam Darnold's been looking amazing. How many picks he has? He's been looking amazing. Only 6 picks. Puka's been looking amazing. Jackson Smith-Njigba has been looking amazing, bro. So it's gonna be a good battle. It's gonna be a good battle. I'm liking this game a lot, bro. I gotta go with the Rams though. Matthew Stafford's still that guy. He has Devontae Adams that he can find end zone. He has Tutu Atwell. He can find deep pass. Puka's a maniac. He's gonna find a way to put himself in the end zone. But it's gonna be tough guarding Jackson Smith-Njigba. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a great game, bro. Matthew Stafford could be in MVP talks, man. Literally, he could be in MVP talks. Could be a Super Bowl team. Rams could be a Super Bowl team. We really don't know, man. Sean McVay is a really great coach. Really great coach. And he's a really great coach. I got the Rams winning this game for sure. Other games. Lions versus Eagles, man. This was supposed to be the conference championship game last year, but we folded that game. But this is going to be a must-win for us. Hopefully, Dan Campbell's still calling the plays out. He looked amazing calling the plays out last week. Gibbs is going to have a big game. He's going to figure out. Gibbs versus Saquon, the best two running backs, in my opinion. Even though I said Saquon Barkley has been having a low year, I feel like this game could be high scoring. Lions like to score. The offense that they do is all up-tempo scoring. But St. Brown's should have a game. St. Brown had a touchdown, did his celebration. But, him and Gibbs always do some different types of celebrations. But, yeah. Lions got to win this game. Lions got to win this. Jalen Hurts, you got to force him to throw it. He's going to want to run. But the thing with the Lions, we've been, in my opinion, we've been bad playing against mobile QBs. I feel like we can't rush. I mean, we can't stop the mobile QBs. Like J.J. McCaffrey had a field day in the second half versus us, bro. That was disappointing to see. Jalen Hurts hasn't been running too much this year, I would say. They were just more of a tush-push type of guys. That's how when he scores. But we got to stop the run, bro. The running back, we got to stop Saquon Barkley. We got to stop Jalen Hurts. Devontae Smith, we can't sleep on him. Deep passes. I don't know the injury report with us, but I feel like this should be a game that we win. We're not favorites, so that's good. We like to be the underdogs. I just can't wait to see how J-Mo comes back from after having a big game. Jared Goff taking care of the ball. This could be a game that, remember how last year he had like 5 picks and still won the game? This could be a game he throws a couple touchdowns because the Eagles have a great defense. They went last week and grabbed a couple players, and Phillips, I believe, Jalen Phillips had a great game, his first game as the Eagles last week versus the Packers. So they're probably looking like they only held the Packers to 7 points last week. So this could be a great game, offensively and defensively. We got to get stops, though. Lions got to get stops. Lions got to get stops to win this game. But, yeah, man, Jared Goff, man. Check down Jared Goff, man. But don't be scared to throw that bit deep to J-Mo. Even though J-Mo was doing good off the quick routes, I liked them. St. Brown is going to do his thing. I got Lions winning, of course. Dallas versus the Raiders, man. Must win for the Dallas Cowboys. Only one win on the road. Playing them versus depleted Raiders. Prescott got to do his thing. CeeDee Lamb has to do his thing. Pickens got to do his thing, man. There's not too much to say about this game. Cowboys has to win this game. Can't believe they lost to the Cardinals last time they was on Monday night. Now they're back on Monday night versus the Raiders. I mean, if the defense isn't good, so if Ashawn Jetty start running around all around them, wouldn't be surprised. But Cowboys got to win this. Brock Burrows could have a field day, but I think I got Cowboys bouncing back. Got Cowboys bouncing back, man. Transition to the NBA, man. Nicoharrison got fired yesterday, man. Whew. And who would have thought, though, only 9 months after he traded Luka, he would have got fired this early. But, hey, man, that's what happens when you trade a generational player. Like, it just blows me. Like, you traded Luka away for no reason. Anthony Davis hasn't been playing. They've been like 16-29 since they traded away Luka. 16-21. While Luka's having he started off the year amazing with the Lakers right now. Luka's averaging about his average dropped yesterday because they lost. Where's Luka? No. Luka's averaging 35, 8, and 9. Like, come on, bro. You traded that away for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis already is missing games. He's already missing games, Anthony Davis. And he's averaging, the games he plays, he's averaging 20, 10, and 2. Like, come on. Like, the thing is with the Mavericks, though, Kyrie Irving is a number 2 player. Anthony Davis is a number 2 player. Klay Thompson was a number 2 and number 3 player. D'Lo, a number 3 player. Cooper Flag, I feel like Cooper Flag is not going to be a superstar in the NBA. He's going to be an all-star. I feel like Cooper Flag is going to be a number 2 player as well. I don't know if he's going to be the best player on his team. I don't know. The way he's playing right now, I just can't tell. Honestly just can't tell because they're trying to put him as the point guard. And I just don't like it. I like him on the wing, bro. I feel like he'll strive better on the wing. So we'll see when Kyrie comes back. But dang, though, they started off 3-9 and they decided to fire Nico Harrison. Klay Thompson's really having a down year. Klay Thompson's not even averaging 10 points this year, Klay. Like, I'm sick for Klay, bro. That used to be my guy, bro. Like, Derek Lively doesn't even look the same no more. He's been battling injuries, but he looked best with a lob threat player. They need Kyrie back sooner in January, but by the time January comes back, what would their record be? We don't know what their record would be, especially in the West. Anthony Davis, they keep giving him extra treatment because they don't know if his calf strain could lead to Achilles injury. They're scared about that. That's what I'm saying. Like, he took the risk and failed it, bro. I can't believe this. I feel sorry for Mark Cuban because Mark Cuban really liked Luka, bro. And Luka, like he said it in the interview the other day, in the post game, he's talking about, my heart's always for Dallas. I thought I would be there forever, but you gotta let that phase go, bro. But that's Dallas for y'all, man. 3-9 so far. Can't get any better over there, bro. Can't get any worse over there. Ja Morant, man. Ja Morant is looking like he's ready to quit on the Grizzlies. They're 4-9. His play's been terrible this year. I remember he was talking about he fine in the West. Now he got to get out the West because he's not going to win in the West, bro. I'm telling you, he's not going to win in the West. His play's been terrible. Ja Morant's not even averaging 20 points. What the fuck? Y'all was trying to say this about him. He's the next D Rose, next Westbrook, man. I was saying that, like, people thought I was hating, but when I said I would take Halliburton over Ja Morant, and like I'm standing on that, but dang, not even average 20. Like, his shooting percentage has been horrific, bro. Like, I can read you. I think Ja Morant shot 28% versus the Knicks, 60% versus the Thunder, 35% versus the Dallas Mavericks, 31% versus Houston, 31% versus Detroit in his last 5 games. 21% versus the Lakers. The last time, so since he had since he came back from suspension, he has been shooting 28%. No, he missed it. Since he came back from suspension, he's been shooting 28%, 17% from the 3, averaging 16 points averaging 16.6 points with 6 turnovers, bro. Averaging 3.6 fouls. So, like, he's not even playing out there. Ja Morant is quitting on his team, man. Drop in the comments, man, where y'all think Ja Morant should go, bro. Because Ja Morant is like, dang, bro, since his suspension, that's wild. That's wild, bro. That's wild. But drop in the comments, man, where y'all think Ja Morant should go. The Detroit Pistons, man. You got to talk about my Pistons, man. My Pistons. 10-2. I watched the game the other day versus the Wizards, man. It was off a back-to-back. So, first half, we was looking smooth. And then the dead legs came. Because we just played the Sixers in a tough game. First half, we're looking smooth. Third quarter, that's when they took off on us. And then we scored 40 in the fourth. Dankson Jenkins had a tough 3 in the corner. He ended up with 24 points. We was down a couple guys, too. We was down Stewart that game. We was down Tyler Thompson that game, Asura Thompson. Cade shot the ball 45 times. And I'm not mad at it, bro. I wasn't mad at him shooting the ball 45 times. At the point, it didn't even seem like he had 45 shots attempted. Like, the first half, actually, I'm tripping. First half, I said, damn, he's taking a lot of shots. But I didn't know until I was looking at the box scores and they was showing the little box scores in the game. He didn't shoot the 3 ball really well. Like I said, dead legs in the second half. Dead legs in the second half. But Cade did this with only 2 turnovers, 5 steals. And it was funny, though, because Cameron Whitmore, he fouled Cade. He fouled Cade, and then he stood over him. After that, Cade took off. Cade had 17 points after that. So, Cade's like that. Cade should be in the MVP talks, man. If the Pistons keep holding up this 9-2 record, we just won yesterday versus the Bulls without Cade, we don't even got Jaden Ivey back. And I'm not even high on Jaden Ivey, but shit, we getting Jaden Ivey back, we might as well just, like, we gonna be lit. Like, the Pistons gonna be lit, bro. I'm excited for the Pistons, but it ain't over yet. We got to keep piling these wins. We got another game they got a game on my birthday. We can't lose on my birthday. We on this winning streak. The streak can't end on my birthday game versus the Sixers. We just beat the Sixers, too, in the tough one. But Pistons, man, just that grit, man, that grit they got, they don't quit. Pistons do not quit. We was down by, how much we was down by at a point? We was down by 13 at a point. And C.J. McCollum was cooking. C.J. McCollum looking like the old self. He had 42 points cooking, hitting tough shots. But, man, I'm so proud of the Pistons, man. We've been on national TV 3 times. We 2-1 right now on national TV. So that's good, man. Pistons got to keep winning, though. I'm excited. Pistons 9-2 right now, first in the East. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they got their debut to their New Jersey yesterday. Paul Reed had 28-13. Undermanned, and we still won. 8-game winning streak, gang. 8-game winning streak. And the only teams we lost to was teams in our division. We lost to the Bulls, got their get back yesterday, and we lost to the Cavs. Man. Joker dropped 55 yesterday on the Clippers. Ooh-wee. Joker dropped 55 on the Clippers yesterday. What was it? 55, 12, and 6. Missed 2 free throws, could have had him 57. And he had 52 after the third quarter, so he did even try in the fourth, bro. Joker's he's the best player. Dang, what's up with Kevin Johnson? Only 2 points in 8 minutes. But, hey, Joker's been looking like an MVP candidate again, man. It's going to be hard MVP this year. Luka, Wemby. It's just all the Europeans, bro. It's crazy. The Europeans are taking over. Not the Europeans, the world. I just said He's not European. But I ain't going to lie, man. 55 is nasty. Versus the Clippers team. And he had like 30 at halftime. 25 in the end of the first quarter, 33 at half. He was really chilling the second quarter and the fourth quarter. The Warriors got a tough win yesterday after getting smacked by the Thunder. Curry had 46 points, but Wemby and Stephon Castle had a triple-double, my bad. 23, 10, and 10 for Castle, 31, 15, and 10 for Wemby, man. Wemby's looking amazing. Wemby's that guy. Wemby's definitely that guy. But yeah, good win for the Warriors. They played them again, so we'll see how that goes. Warriors are struggling at the road right now. All their losses have been on the road. They put Jonathan Kuminga on the bench again. I don't know the future with Jonathan Kuminga. You know, that's my guy. That's fam. That's family for sure. But his situation with the Warriors, man, I feel like he's just going to be the what's it called? What's it called when the scapegoat? He's gonna be the scapegoat for the situations. But you know, that's what happens when money, dog. When you want your money, you gotta step up and show for it, bro. LeBron James is practicing with the G League team, man. He's looking to come back soon. I say like he comes back. They say he might come back after the road trip, which is November 18th. Lakers have been looking good without him, though. Lakers are 8-4 or 8-5, I believe, without him. So after the road trip, they play the Pelicans tomorrow. That's going to be a dub for them. Then they play Milwaukee. And then LeBron James probably back November 18th versus Utah. That would be the best bet. Be back versus Utah. But yeah, man, LeBron's coming back. We'll see how that works. How he meshes with Luka and Reeves. You know, Reeves. When they play versus tough teams, they don't match up too well. You saw yesterday with the Thunder. The Thunder locked them up, man. They locked up both of them. But Luka still hit on my parlay. He got the 7th assist in the end of the third quarter, which I needed because I knew he wasn't playing in the fourth quarter the way they was getting the belt. But the shooting percentages yesterday, I should read it. They lost by 29. And Luka shot 7 for 20. Austin Reeves shot 4 for 12, only had 13 points. Austin Reeves was 0 for 5 for 3. Luka was 1 for 7. It was a rough shooting night. And DeAndre Ayton was nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. OKC is looking amazing. OKC is 12-1. Shai Gilgeous 30 ball. J-Dub is not even back. Not even back yet. They're 12-1. I hope they don't get to 70 wins. But they're looking like they could get to 70 wins. But, man, I wouldn't even be surprised if they go back-to-back. Their coach is so great. Their coach knows, like, defensive schemes and all that, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back-to-back. But I just don't want them to hit 70 wins, 74 wins, bro. That would be bad, bro. That would probably be the best team ever. But I'm a Shai Gilgeous fan, so I can't even be mad at him. I can't even be mad. We're going to transition into college football, man. Hoo-wee. This SEC is heating up, man. 2 big games in the SEC this week. Oklahoma's going to Alabama. Alabama's looking to avenge the loss that they had versus Oklahoma last year that knocked them out the playoffs. I would say that loss last year knocked them out the playoffs. And that Oklahoma team wasn't good. That's the thing, though. That Oklahoma team was not good. I think it was Jackson Arnold was the quarterback for that team, but Alabama didn't even score a touchdown. They lost 24-3. Jalen Miro threw 3 picks. Arnold only threw 68 yards. Like, they beat us on the ground. I can say that. But Ty Simpson's looking to avenge that. Oklahoma was solid, though. They beat Michigan to start the year off. They lost to Texas when John Mattetti, he was looking like a Heisman hopeful at a point. And then they lost to Texas. Then they lost to Ole Miss. But I'm not sure how this game is gonna play out. I'm not too sure, but it's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be a great game. I see Alabama winning this game. There's revenge on their minds. Look, Oklahoma knocked them out the playoffs last year. They might as well just knock Oklahoma out this year. Ty Stips look like Heisman. He's my Heisman hopeful. Only 1 pick. It's been amazing ever since that one loss, man. I got Alabama winning this game at Tuscaloosa. Another big game is Texas versus Georgia. Rematch of the SEC championship last year. They played twice last year. Georgia beat them both times. Arch Manning, he's continue to find his way. I feel like he's going to be the better quarterback in this matchup. I feel like Gunnar Stockton is more. He's going to be looking to run more because he likes to run a lot. But I feel like Arch Manning could come off and upset this win. This is a must-win for Texas, though. They already got 2 L's, and they don't want to have a second L in the SEC. That loss versus Florida is hurting them bad. It would be Florida, and they would have lost today this week versus Georgia. They would have been straight. But this is a must-win for them, bro. Texas has to win this game. I got Texas winning. I feel like Arch Manning is continuing to figure it out. He had a great game versus Vanderbilt. Last game they played. He had a great game versus Vanderbilt. Georgia doesn't start off fast. They don't start off fast. They like to play from behind. Like, every game, I feel like they didn't start off fast. And I feel like this could bite them. This could bite them at the end because Arch Manning, once he gets going, man. I got Arch and them winning this game. 5 versus 10 matchup. This is a top 10 matchup this week. This is the only top 10 matchup. I don't know why game day's not there. Game day should have been there, but, too much SEC bias, they say. So, yeah, man. Notre Dame and Pittsburgh, that's where game day is at. CJ Carr, man, quarterback from Notre Dame. He has to get the job done this week. He has to beat Pittsburgh. They can't afford normal L's. They're not in the conference. So they win out, they'll be fine. So I feel like they win this game versus Pittsburgh. I feel like they are winning now. I don't see they play Syracuse. I don't see them losing to Syracuse and Stanford. I feel like they're gonna make the playoffs, but what they're gonna do in the playoffs, I don't know. But I feel like I'm not really too sold on these games this week. It's Iowa versus USC this week, but I'm not really too sure. I think USC is gonna win that. But yeah, man, we can transition to college basketball, man. Arkansas versus Michigan State. I told you I was going to that game. That was an amazing environment, man. The Breslin Center was lit. They were loud. They were wearing white. The Izzone was amazing, bro. Michigan State just found a way to win this game, only making 1 3-pointers. But they only made 1 3. They only made, and that's good. That could hurt them. That could hurt them a lot during this year. But a great game from the freshman Cam Warren, 18 points, 10 rebounds, I believe, double-double, right, off the bench in 18 minutes. All offensive rebounds. I mean, not all, but it was all rebounds. Just getting up, going. But Michigan State, they got to figure out the shooting-wise. Got to figure it out. Trey Ford, I feel like he's going to be that best shooter on the team. Kurt Tang only played 5 minutes. He wasn't playing well defending, so coach didn't trust to put him in. Konkar played his game. He played the game. He's just a little bit of foul trouble. That's what caused him to not play a lot. I feel like he could have played more than 31 minutes, but foul trouble. He came in, started the game with a dunk. Looked great. Jackson Kohler, I thought he could have had a better game. I ain't gonna lie, but Jeremy Fierce is just a floor general, man. Offensively, it's gonna be rough for him scoring. He is missing a lot of bunnies. He missed the easy lay. I'm like, oh my god, he missed the easy lay. But his passing ability is the way to draw fouls. He's a floor general for sure. Jonathan Scott looked amazing. He looked good. 7 rebounds in 26 minutes. But Cam Warren, man, he's probably gonna be our next he's probably our next guy. Next guy up after Colin Carr leaves. I feel like he's gonna be the guy. But he just gotta fix that shooting mechanics. His shot is a little cranky, a little funky. He just gotta fix this shooting. But I was happy, like I always say, Arkansas, John Calipari. I've been loving John Calipari since John Wall's first year, man. So just seeing him again. I went to like a couple of Kentucky games. I went to a Kentucky game and I seen him play on the road. But Calipari is one of my favorite coaches because he's getting the guys ready for the league. Tom Izzo is one of my favorite coaches too because I'm a Michigan. I live in Michigan and I see how he has all those alumni always like saying good things about him, man. Always talk about how he changed someone's life. So that's a coach that I would love to play for too. Those two, I would love to play for him for 2 different ways, bro. 2 different reasons that I would love to play for him. So I always ride for those guys. They will always be considered a GOAT in my book, even though they say they only got 1 natty. Calipari fumbled a couple of teams. Michigan State hasn't won a natty since 2000, all that. But I'm always gonna ride for those guys, man. But Darius Acuff homecoming, his first game back in the Breslin since he won the state championship his sophomore year with Cass Tech. He started off solid, but then shots I wouldn't say he was forcing shots because I didn't think he shot 5 for 16. I didn't think he shot that bad, but he was getting to his spots. He was just missing shots. DJ Wagner had a solid game. Malik Thomas had a solid game. Damn, Malik Thomas took 15 shots as well. It didn't feel like it. Like 15 to 16 shots between those two. It didn't feel like it. Trevon Bussell was in foul trouble. Didn't play too much. Carter Knox was his first game. He didn't play too well. But DJ Wagner, he had a game. Pringle, he was on the boards. But I feel like the offensive rebounds killed the Arkansas. Arkansas could not get an offensive rebound to save his life. Michigan State had 26 defensive rebounds on them. They have 26 to Arkansas's 20 defensive rebounds. And 19 offensive rebounds to Arkansas's 13 offensive rebounds. So they killed them on the glass. But Michigan State only winning this game by 7. I mean, by only shooting 1 3, make it out of 7% is kind of crazy. It's going to be rough winning like that on the road in Big Ten, especially because, Big Ten road games those are hell. You scrape by those, That's a key win. So Michigan State just got to get that going, get that flow of shooting. Like, just get the shootings up, bro. Arkansas, I'm still high on Arkansas off that L. They bounced back the next game. They had their third game. They bounced back well. Let me check how much ACUF and them had. They beat Central Arkansas. ACUF had 21 after having 4 points in the first half. He turned up in the second half. Malik looked nice, 17. Carter Knox looked nice, 19. So Carter, yeah, and they shot the ball really better. They shot the ball better. They won the boys' battle. I'm liking this Arkansas team, man. I'm really liking this Arkansas team. Malik Owens, 10 points. I thought he would be a starter, but I guess Nick Pringles earned the starting center spot. But Arkansas doesn't have a key game for a while, though. Until Duke on Thanksgiving Day. So that's going to be interesting. But Michigan State got a key game next week versus Kentucky, my old foes, man. And I'm excited for that game. Championship Classic, so it's on the 18th. Michigan State play at 6:30 versus Kentucky, and then it's Duke versus Kansas at 9 o'clock. I'm probably going to be tuned in for – I'm going to be at practice, I'm going to be at practice. I'm going to miss a little bit of the Michigan State and Kentucky game. I'm sick about it. But I need Michigan State to win this game, bro. I need them to win this game versus Kentucky. Kentucky fans, they preach so much about how Mark Pope is better than John Calipari. And so I was happy that Kentucky played Arkansas last year and they lost to them at Kentucky. And we're going to play them again, this time at Arkansas. But I just want Kentucky to lose versus Michigan State. They just lost the other day versus Louisville, their rivals. So, the fan base isn't feeling too well right now. So it's a must win for them this on Tuesday versus them. So that's a key game. I got Michigan State winning. Duke and Kansas. That's gonna be an interesting game. Darren Peterson's versus the Boys Twins. I just feel like Duke is just more deep, bro. I want to go for Kansas, but the way I seen Kansas versus North Carolina, I was surprised. So I got Duke winning that game, man. Too much talent on the Duke side, on the side of basketball. I want to talk about two more games though. That's this week. There's one of the games is today. Oh, see, Michigan State played as well today. I didn't even know that. They played today. I can't even watch that game. I'm gonna be at practice 6:30. Dang, I can't even watch the second game I'm gonna talk about too. Number 2 Purdue versus number 8 Alabama. Alabama had a great game, great win over the weekend versus St. John's, man. In Madison Square Garden, so that's basically a road game. LeBaron Philon had 25 points, Aiden Holloway 21, and then Latrell 17 off the bench, man. Scoring for Alabama is always going to be there, but I didn't even know Taylor Bone has 17. Dang. But the thing is with Alabama is Alabama going to check when it's time to check, bro. They allowed 96 points. They scored 50 in both halves, but they allowed 96 points and allowed 52 in the second half. It's like, Alabama, they got to check, bro. That's always been a downfall for Nate Oates' teams. Nate Oates is a terrific offensive coach. Don't get me wrong. Terrific offensive coach, but when it's time to check, whew. But they got a great dub for St. John's. Purdue's 2-0. They struggled a little bit. Versus Oakland in the first half. They were tied at halftime with them. But their best player didn't play. One of their transfers. What's his name? What's his name, bro? All these transfers, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really be knowing these. Oh, Trey Cuffer-Marine. He didn't play versus Oakland, but I think it should have been a 10-point game. I don't think it should have been a 10-point game, but Fletcher Lawyer, man, he has to be Fletcher Lawyer, Braden Smith. They got to be the backcourt duo that they are. Braden Smith, they still talk about him as Player of the Year, Big Ten Player of the Year as well. Oscar Clough, it's gonna be a road game, so those key players got to perform. Like it's gonna be key for Fletcher to perform in a road game. I feel like Braden Smith is gonna go crazy. Just that guy. And Trey Carr from his first game, he should go crazy. But I still got Alabama winning this. Too much offense for Alabama, and they're at home. It's going to be too much for them. Purdue was ranked 1 to start the year off. They already went down. And put Houston up at 1. But I feel like they lose this game versus Purdue and they drop down in the rankings again. I mean, they lose this to Alabama and they drop down in the rankings again. Another game, it's on Saturday night. Where is it at? BYU versus UConn, man. This is gonna be a great game. AJ DeBonza has been looking amazing. Richard Saunders been looking. Saunders, my bad. Been looking amazing. Robert Wright, the third from Baylor's looking amazing. This BYU team could have one of the best starting lineups. They're all averaging around 18. DeBonza's averaging 18.7. Richard's been averaging 20, and Robert White's averaging 18. They can have one of the best starting lineups in college basketball right now. Big 12 is gonna be real interesting with them. I feel like they could win this game. They will win this game. I got them beating. Beating UConn this weekend. And UConn's a great team. This is AJ DeBonza's homecoming. They're going and playing in Boston in the TD Garden. So that will favor more UConn fans. But AJ DeBonza's homecoming is going to be quite interesting. UConn has a lot of transfers in. Solo Ball is another returner, though. Alex Kerr-Bain is a returner. Silas and Terrius Reed is a returner too. And Silas DeMore is the point guard from Georgia. I feel like Don Hurley did amazing with this roster reconstruction. I feel like last year he wasn't really, like he said, like last year he was going through some things. Like he didn't know if he wanted to still coach, which is weird though because he was the defending champion. So you don't really know what's happening, like mental. You don't know what's really happening with your mental. Like you would have never thought that he would have gone through some stuff. The way they were defending champs and stuff like that, but the back-to-back defending champs. But I feel like UConn's back this year. There's a more deep lineup, but I gotta root for AJ DeBonza, man. I gotta root for him. I like the freshmen. You know, I'm always picking freshmen over the transfers for sure. But I got DeBonza and them winning. BYU winning a close one though. Man, yeah. Last thing, man. The World Cup qualifications is today for my homeland, DRC Congo. We are playing Cameroon today. Wish us luck, man. We still don't got our best player, Yonhan Wissa. He's been hurt with a knee injury since the game versus Senegal. The game versus Senegal that we lost, we were supposed to win that. If we would have beat Senegal, we probably would have been in the World Cup right now. But we lost to Senegal. Senegal won the next game versus, I think, South Sudan or whoever they played. And they are in the World Cup while now we are in a tournament to play in another tournament to make it to the World Cup. And we're playing Cameroon right now, and they got the winger from Man United, Mubeyo. If I said his name wrong, my bad. He's a Cameroon guy. And then we win that. We play the winner of Nigeria or Gabon, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be Nigeria. Even though Nigeria's been protesting, I don't know what's going on with them. But they got Victor Ozimi, and he's been the best striker right now in the Champions League. So I'm pretty sure he's going to score today. But they got Gabon has Patrick Oben, I don't know how to say his name. I ain't gonna Obenwini. He used to play for Arsenal, so I know a lot about him. Played for Arsenal, now he plays for Marseille. He played versus Madrid this year, so I've seen a little bit of him. But I just don't think, I think Nigeria is the better team, even though Nigeria should even made it to this point. I don't know, like the system rigged Nigeria to get into this point. But hopefully we play Nigeria on Sunday after we win today versus Cameroon. And the game is at 1-1. I mean, the game is 0-0 at halftime. I'm not going to watch this game. I just want to focus on us playing and in a couple of hours. But like, share, tell your post notifications on, man. And I am signing out.